Alright guys, Bitcoin just a few hours ago broke above this downtrend trendline, and of course this is some kind of a bullish indication. And there is a level higher that has a very high probability of getting hit. Let me show you exactly what's going on. And by the way, our major short that we entered at approximately 81,750 is still running. We already took profits on the way down and it is completely risk-free to hold. So in the previous videos we were talking about this 5-wave Elliott count that Bitcoin was trading in. And our main target for the 5th wave was the 1-to-1 fib extension level. And Bitcoin hit it nearly to the dollar, and from there it is now seeing a beautiful bounce to the upside. And we did long at that level because we expected a slightly bigger bounce from there. Some kind of an ABC corrective move. And one of our targets to the upside was hit just a couple of hours ago. It's this daily level right here at 77.5 thousand $. And Bitcoin is seeing a slight rejection from it right now. Now I did take some profits here because this is one of the levels we mentioned in the previous videos that was very likely to get hit and where Bitcoin could see a rejection. And I also posted this exactly on the hit of that level on my Twitter, where I said, "Beautiful bounce from our level, took some profit here, thank you for playing with us." So this one is definitely in a very nice profit. And I hope you guys did play with us on that one. If you didn't and you want to do so in the future, make sure to subscribe to the channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you're finding this helpful, like the video and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. And if we zoom out a little, what you're going to see is that Bitcoin has been trading below this downtrend trendline for nearly the past 2 weeks, and just a few hours ago it broke above it. And that is of course a slightly more bullish indication for Bitcoin here in the short term. Now this could have been the 3-wave corrective move that we were expecting. The A wave up, the B wave down, and then the C wave higher that hit the daily level. And if that's the case, this could be the start of the next move lower. But there is another scenario, where this entire move up from the 5th wave is actually just the A wave. And then this move that's starting now could be the B wave. And then the final C wave would take Bitcoin even higher from there. And let me show you the level where Bitcoin has a very high probability of getting rejected if it does get hit. So as you know, the CME futures chart still has an unfilled CME gap sitting at approximately $79,000. And while that on its own is not a major resistance, there is one more important level that aligns with it perfectly. If we take the fib retracement and drag it from the top of this whole move to the bottom, what you're going to see is that the golden pocket, the 618 to 65 fib zone at approximately $79,000 lines up perfectly with the CME gap. So we have the golden pocket and the CME gap stacking up at the same exact area. And that is definitely a strong resistance and a major target for Bitcoin if the C wave does push higher. And if Bitcoin does hit that level, I might even look to enter new shorts there because that is a very high probability area for a rejection. And if we right now open up the liquidation heat map on the 3-day chart, what you're going to see is that not a lot of liquidations are stacked below this recent low, but there is a major liquidation cluster sitting right above the recent high. So the liquidations are once again pulling to the upside. And if we zoom out to the 1-week chart, very similar scenario. Sure, there are some liquidations below this low right here, but it is not nearly as big of a cluster as what is sitting above the recent high, where over 200 million in short liquidations are stacked. So definitely a much bigger magnet to the upside than to the downside. And if we zoom out even further to the 2-week chart, same exact story. The major liquidation clusters are above, not below. So the heat map is definitely supporting the idea that Bitcoin could push higher from here to sweep those shorts before any major move to the downside. And on the other hand, if Bitcoin does get rejected here and pushes lower, we still have a very important level sitting below. And that is this daily level right here at $73,800. And it's not just the daily level, there is also this liquidity level slightly below that aligns with it perfectly. So we have the daily level and the liquidity stacking up at the same area. And that is definitely a major support for Bitcoin. But if that level does break to the downside, the next very important level would be another daily level, but much lower at $70,700. And that one also aligns with another liquidity level. And if we right now switch to the log scale on the higher time frames and take the fib retracement from the swing low to the swing high, what you're going to see is that the golden pocket lines up nearly perfectly with those two levels. So we have the daily level, the liquidity level, and the golden pocket on the log scale all stacking up at the same area. And that is definitely a very strong zone for Bitcoin if it does come down that far. So that's where we are. The 5-wave target hit to the dollar, long is in profit and short is still running. And the next major levels are set both to the upside and to the downside. As always, this is not financial advice and manage your risk. Let me know in the comments what you guys think and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.